Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to my Maktab by LMA with MLX Plus. Our Aqaaid lesson for today is وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ, and there is none like him. Like always, before we continue with the lesson, let's do a quick recap of the previous episodes. We learned that Allah Ta'ala is one, which means we pray to Allah Ta'ala only. We learned that Allah Ta'ala is alone, which means that Allah Ta'ala alone has power and control over the whole world. We also learned that Allah Ta'ala is independent, and that means that Allah Ta'ala doesn't need anybody. And in the last episode, we learned that Allah Ta'ala has no children and He has no parents. Today, Naeem, Asma and Ahmad are going to tell us what there is none like Him means. After Asma told Naeem that she learned in Madrasa that Allah Ta'ala has no parents and no children, Naeem told them that there is none like Allah Ta'ala, which means nobody in this entire world can be like Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala is unique. Allah Ta'ala was not made by anybody, and Allah Ta'ala was and will always be forever. This means that Allah Ta'ala was here before we were born. Allah Ta'ala is here with us now, and Allah Ta'ala will be here even after we all pass away. Naeem again thought of another story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. She said that the people of Ibrahim alayhi salam liked to worship bright things. So to teach them a lesson, Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam looked at a star one night and said, "That is my Allah Ta'ala." And in the morning when he woke up, the star disappeared. So then he said, "That can't be my Allah Ta'ala. My Allah doesn't disappear." Then he looked at the moon and he said, "That is my Allah Ta'ala." In the morning when they all woke up, the moon disappeared. So Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam said, "That can't be my Allah Ta'ala. My Allah Ta'ala doesn't disappear." The next day, Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam looked at the sun. He said, "The sun is so big and so bright, I think that is my Allah Ta'ala." At night, the sun disappeared. So Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam said, "That is also not my Allah Ta'ala. My Allah is the creator of the heavens and the earth." He said, "I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship besides Allah." Before we end, let's do a quick recap of what we learned. We learned that Allah Ta'ala is like nobody else. There is nobody like Allah Ta'ala. Nobody like Allah Ta'ala. We also learned that Allah Ta'ala is forever, and we also know that all of these things that Naeem is telling us is from the Quran. Allah Ta'ala is telling us in the Quran that He is one, that He is alone, He has no children and no parents, and Allah Ta'ala tells us in the Quran that there is none like Him. Do you know which surah this is? It's Surah Al-Ikhlas. We did Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid, wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Say He is Allah, the one and only. Allah Ta'ala is one. Allah Ta'ala is independent, which means Allah Ta'ala doesn't need anybody. He has no parents, nor does He have any children. And in the whole world, there is nobody like Allah Ta'ala. That's it for our lesson today. Insha'Allah, we will continue in the next episode. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The book that I'm using to teach these lessons is called My Islam, Book 1, prepared by LMA. To order it, visit www.lma.org.za.